We put an offer in on a property that was under foreclosure, gosh, probably in late May at this point. And those transactions usually take a long time. The bank isn't in a big hurry to, necessarily move the paperwork on that.
Okay.
And it is now mid-July, and we still haven't really been having a lot of good communication with the bank. So there is a chance that deal might not happen. So knowing that, I want to definitely acquire a property this year. We're back out on the hunt, sort of hedging our bets a little bit, looking for new opportunities in case this foreclosure doesn't end up happening.
This one's a short sale, which is, we might want to get into the difference between a short sale and a foreclosure, but it's going to take, usually on average it takes 4 months. So that's typical. What's not typical is complete radio silence, which has been at least my main frustration.
Yeah.
Because where I left it off was we threatened to cancel the deal tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
If we don't hear something from them. And I tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm like, just tell us anything.
Just respond.
Yeah, reply.
Can I get a text back? It's like texting like an ex-girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, just like, let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
The first place we saw was on Kedzie, literally right on the western side of Humboldt Park, right on the park, and we liked it. What did you think about that one?
It was solid. I think there's a huge market. It was just a very C+, B-level apartment, nothing fancy, but good location. I think young to mid-20 people want to live there, and the numbers on the surface, we have to dig a bit deeper, seem to make sense.
225.
225. Great
Yes.
location.
Yeah.
Great location. We're literally looking at the park. 225? What does this rent for, would you say? 1,600? 17?
16 easy.
16 easy?
This cat, this is the most friendly cat I've ever seen.
In unit?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and try and run the numbers, see exactly where we would land from an investment standpoint, because that would be true investment. Maybe you would move in down the line, maybe not.
Maybe. I'm thinking probably not, though, at that point.
Honestly, this is kind of the apartment I like, though. Kind of like Pilsen, where it's like very mid-level. It's nothing high-end, but I think there's a huge market for that. People that want just, early mid-20s, something relatively affordable in a good location, nothing super nice. I think there's a very big market for this type of place.
Yeah, I think this is definitely in the running, dude. Then we saw a really cool loft on Grand. That one was a little bit more expensive. What'd you think?
The loft on Grand is great. I'm a sucker for lofts. It was really big windows. You could see downtown.
That was some really good light. It really was.
Some very beautiful natural light, which I love. That would have to be a decision. If I were to make an offer on that one, I would actually want to move in there and then rent out my current place in Pilsen. So some logistical things.
And then also right now it's July, coming up on September.
Yep.
Now we're also playing this dance with rental season. It's a lot easier to rent the place over in Pilsen now versus, let's say we do have a kind of prolonged closing on anything for that matter, and Kevin wants to move in, then, we might be sacrificing $100 a month in rent for just timing consideration.
Yeah, you don't want to rent in November, December, so depending on how quickly it closes.
Let's upgrade it. How can we make that basement
Well, that's what I thought about too,
better?
because now that I'm living in it, now would be the time to upgrade it, right?
Yes. There is no better money that you can spend, I believe this wholeheartedly, than investing in your own property. Maybe not in your scenario. It helps in your scenario because you're building equity. But if you're able to put in money in order to increase rents, here, let's see, I'm gonna test you, ready?
Okay.
Let's say you put in $10,000 of equity.
Yes.
And you raise rents by $100 a month.
Okay.
Was it worth it?
I would say that's a 12% return, right? $1,200 a year.
Where are you gonna get 12%?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
That's very true.
So then we saw that 2-flat with that very nice older gentleman on 31st.
Yep, we're down in Bridgeport now. Nice 2-unit building, 2-bed, 1-bath units. It looks like they had recently been redone, but nothing spectacular. Would probably want to duplex down to really increase rents and make that sort of more feasible from a financial perspective, but it was a solid place.
You could tell that guy who we saw, we don't have him on camera, he was such a cutie. I don't know why I found him so cute.
You really liked him, yeah.
I really liked him. He spent money on the bigger items. So he spent some money putting some big old posts in the basement. He changed the water heaters, put some money in the roof. You could tell the tuck pointing was really good, but from an aesthetic standpoint, not that great. And then lastly, we just saw this place right over here, which left a lot to be desired. This is asbestos tile.
Okay.
So, they obviously stopped using it in 1979, but the glue that they use to put it down has asbestos in it. So when you remove it, it releases into the air, and that's how people get mesothelioma.
Oh, God.
You're okay now.
Yeah, I know. Jesus. Yeah, it looks like it's frankly in kind of disrepair. 2-unit building, same thing, 2-bed, 1-bath units, but would need basically a full gut rehab, which right now I don't know if I have the appetite for, frankly.
So he's gonna go talk to his girlfriend. I'm gonna run some numbers. Hopefully tomorrow, we gave these people a deadline of tomorrow on Sunnyside, the place in Rogers Park.
I guess we have to sort of figure out what our plan is if they don't get back to us by tomorrow, right?
I think so. I don't like making
veiled threats.
Yes, exactly.
Or not so veiled, but yeah.
If I'm gonna make a threat, I want to at least follow through with it. And
sure.
I made a threat. I told them we're gonna cancel the deal if they don't respond to an email. So I set a very low bar, thinking, okay, they're gonna respond. But if this is how people want to do business, I don't care if you're a bank or whatever. I don't know. There's that line where, okay, it's a good deal, but also we're trying to actually make moves. And if someone's going to put a stop in front of us, we have to do what's right for Kevin,
Yeah, for sure. Time is money.